Hey guys, for those who don't know, I am Teacup. Um, I haven't made a video for a little while now, and figured I would throw this out there just because I've got a lot on my mind. I've got a lot to say. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. Um, this is about the Connecticut shooting that happened at Sandy Hook High School, or elementary school, excuse me. Um, First of all, um, I would just like to say personally, I'm not going to talk so much about the shooting itself as I will about the response to what has happened. Um, as far as the shooting is concerned, um, I don't know much about it. I don't have cable. I can't watch TV. I can't watch the news. Um, I have had to rely on internet sources, and we all know how reliable those are. So I've tried to do as much reading as I could. If I get any kind of information wrong, I apologize. Um, but as far as I know, there have been 27 people that were killed, several were injured, 18 were children, and there were two shooters, I believe. I've heard different, but from what I can tell, there were two shooters, and one has been killed. One is dead. Um, I From last I read, it was still being treated as an active crime scene. Sorry if my phone vibrates. Um, but I hope everything gets wrapped up soon. It shouldn't have happened in the first place, and it doesn't need to go on for any longer. Um, so when it comes to that, I hope those families are able to pull through. Um, Now when it comes to you guys, uh, on the page, there's been a lot of discussion. There's been a lot of discussion on Facebook in general, and I'm sure on every other social networking site. Um, and I've seen in the past 12 hours, I have seen everything that can be said left and right about what has happened. I've seen the prayer comments that they're thinking about these people, their families, and these children. I've seen the jokes, if you can call them that. I've seen the wars between people about the jokes and about how lightly this situation should really be taken. I've seen pretty much everything, and I'm sure it's not the end of it. More things will be made for the sake of having fans. The first point I would like to make, the jokes. Okay, I realize that I created a post that specifically said if you made jokes on my page, I would ban you. I still stand behind that. That's not what I want on my page. And as long as I have something to say about it, it won't be there. I apologize. They'll find some other page to post it on. I'm sorry. Um, the people that attack the jokesters, stop. Just don't waste your breath or your fingers, whatever you want to call it. It's not worth it. Don't waste your time. Okay, they're gonna do it. If it's there, it's there. You saying something will not change that. An admin of the page will remove the comment if they feel it's necessary, or they won't. Either way, you have to let it happen. Attacking these people is fuel for their fire. They will only continue to do it. And they do it specifically for your reaction. And I've also seen people say that those who joke about this matter are just as sickening as the man who would kill 18 children. Okay, two things to discuss here, and I'm already kind of getting past the time I wanted to in this video, so I'll try to make this brief. I'm very sorry. First of all, we don't know the full story yet. Okay, we don't know anything about this man, really. Although they do apparently have some footage of him playing Grand Theft Auto, which fantastic. It's as if video games weren't in trouble already in that area. We don't know what his life's about. I've actually seen, I think one of the shooters' name was Randy or something like that. I only looked at it once, but I saw his Facebook page. We don't know anything about him. Okay, we don't know what kind of mental condition he could have, if he's some kind of sociopath, psychopath, whatever. He could be anything. We don't know. Okay, it's not fair for us. What he did was absolutely wrong. I stand by that. It was wrong. It was immoral. It was just horrible. Nothing about it was okay. That being said, I also don't believe it's okay to attack this person without knowing why he would do something like this. Someone who takes another person's life, that person being 5 years old, they're not stable. They're not mentally well. 9 times out of 10, the people that commit these acts don't know what they're doing when they're doing it. And if they do, they aren't doing it like, hey, I woke up this morning, I kind of feel like shooting up an elementary school. There's something wrong with him, and we need to figure that out before we attack him instead of the crime he committed. Now, the people who want to attack those who make jokes and who say nasty, negative things about this whole ordeal, just ignore it the best you can. You know, if you have your own way of coping with all of this, I know even if you were not directly affected, it can be very difficult to handle. For me, I had to take a few moments to myself. I volunteer at a Boys and Girls Club. I love being around children. It hit me hard today to think about that. Awful. Okay? And yes, I had my moment where I ban whoever wants to make comments on my page. That was my moment. If that's their way of dealing with this, just let it go. That's all you can do. Okay? If you want to support or create some kind of a page or some kind of tribute, some kind of contribution to what has happened, go right ahead. Okay? But don't ridicule others for the way they handled the situation. Even if it is specifically to torment those who are in support of the families, and, you know, just let it go. Okay? This is not about you. This is about those children, those faculty members, and those families of the people that died today. This whole ordeal is about them. Do not make this about you. I'd just like for as many people as possible to keep that in mind. And I apologize for the lengthiness of this video, but that's pretty much all I've got to say. So take it for what you will. Thank you for listening if you're still with me here. Later.